Hi everyone, we at Coastfest 2025. We're the support act and we're joined by...
Tent Band UK.
Well, half of Tent.
Half of years. You literally just come off stage. How did the set go?
It's really, really
Went
tight.
really well, yeah. I think we were well prepared.
Yeah, first ever Coastfest. How does that feel?
Oh,
It was good.
Unreal.
Aye.
Absolutely unreal. It's the first time playing a festival and it was like... Obviously it was sweaty because it was in a tent.
Yeah,
But,
I was sweating.
I feel like tent playing in a tent's quite fitting. But
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That was a strategic move.
It
yeah,
was.
strategic
It
move.
worked well.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us a little bit of background on the band?
Yeah, so I'll start because
Yeah, well, he
this guy comes
was in the
later.
band first.
Me, Alex, and Mark were all in a band together. There was the three of us, and we were getting to a point where we were just about kind of call it quits and just kind of give up. And then Mark was like, "Oh, I was on a work night out last night, and one of my friends, Brandon, wants to come along and play his guitar. Oh, he's cool with that." Came along, and then since then, it just went. Like we gelled straight away. The extra guitar just added like so much more noise, and it worked so well.
Yeah. From my point of view, like Owen says, I was on a work night out with Mark, our rhythm guitarist, who's the best rhythm guitarist in the biz. And he was like, "Oh, I've got this band with my mates, and we're sort of on the verge of splitting up. But do you want to come along and see what it's like?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then a couple of weeks later, I was sitting having my lunch with him in the staff room because we work at the same place, and he was like, "Oh, the next rehearsal's tonight," and I was like, "Oh, class! I'll come. I've not got anything on." And then the rest is history, basically.
Oh.
I think the first song we played was like a cover of Oasis. What was it again?
Yeah, it was Supersonic.
Supersonic.
The first song we ever played was Supersonic, and it was just heavy and meant.
Oh, perfect. And where did the band name come from?
Well,
You can answer this one.
it's a bit of an obscure one. There's a band from the 60s called the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band, right? And they've got a song called Tent. And me and my other work colleague were like, "Oh, wouldn't that be a mint name for a band?" So I suggested it to these dudes, and they were like, "Yeah, it's alright."
Why not?
And now we
Yeah,
use
why
that
not?
song as my walk-on
And,
song.
and now,
Oh,
now we're on
perfect.
stage to that song, so
That's really
yeah,
nice.
it's pretty cool.
You mentioned it's like your first time playing a festival. How do you think that compares to sort of playing your own gigs? What goes into making a set list for festivals?
It's nice because you pull in like people who probably never
Yeah.
even heard of you or like anything like that. So it's nice to get new people in listening to the tunes and then hopefully get some new fans.
What song do you think it is that draws people in?
We've got one song on Spotify called Spoonbender, which is doing pretty well. And that seems to be the one that everyone likes. It's quite catchy, got a catchy riff.
Very groovy.
Do you want to give us more insight to that song? Tell us about it.
You
Well,
wrote it.
I was sat on the couch, and again, it stems from the same member of staff that I was talking to the band about the band name about. And he calls the IT technician where we work Spoonbender. So I was like, "Oh, wouldn't that be a wicked name for like an album or a song or something?" So I had it sort of saved in my bank of like whatever's in my head. And I was just writing a song or something, and I was like, "Oh," coming up with these like sort of lyrics describing a person who was a bit bomb-proof and a bit immune to things, and a bit sort of like a bit of a layabout, you know, but kind of. So, and I brought it to these guys, and they were like, "Holy cow!" There was a bit more expletives than that, like.
Yeah.
Don't know how to swear.
Swear
It
we.
was like, "Holy fuck!" But I recorded this demo in my bedroom of it. I brought it to them, and they were like, "Yeah, we need to learn that like now." And we came up with like the chorus on that band session, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And I googled it, and apparently Spoonbender is an insult from Star Wars.
Oh.
Apparently.
I've seen it.
I'm not sure about that.
But
I
neither am
I wouldn't
I'm not
know.
even a Star Wars fan.
I'm not, so this could be truth or not.
I am, and I don't know about that. Like,
That's what Google says anyway.
Kieran Bull will know. He's a big.
Right,
I'm
I'll
going to
have
ask
to
him tomorrow. Oh, he's coming today. I'm going to
Ask him later on.
I'm going to clarify
Find
this.
out.
Yeah.
do it.
Because I can't give you the answer.
Fact check.
I
never
was so
seen it.
fun. I don't even know about that one. So
It's not for me. But yeah. And who else are we looking forward to seeing today?
Well, I'm actually enjoying listening to Craig,
Yeah,
who's
we're
on
getting a
now,
good-
Craig Redpath. Craig's kind of took on the role of a mini manager. He's really, really helped out over the last year or so.
Oh yes, because you share the same up in Cramlington.
Yeah,
pub.
in the
Yeah,
plough.
yeah, the
Yeah.
The plough, brilliant rehearsal space,
Yeah.
brilliant pint of Guinness.
Good crisps as well. Salty Dog there.
Salty
follow on
Dog crisps
Instagram.
are the best crisps you will ever eat in your life.
Good crack.
What's your favourite crisp flavour?
Of Salty Dog? Salt and vinegar. They're the best ones.
I've got two favourites.
Yes.
I like the ham and English mustard, and I like the prawn cocktail ones.
They're the kind of crisps that like burn your tongue off.
They
Yeah.
eat you back.
Burn your taste buds off.
Yeah. And that's how you know it's a good salt and vinegar crisp.
It is.
Good one.
Love that.
Right, well, shall we play a little game?
play.
We're going to play Would You Rather, and as we at Coastfest, we have based these questions on either the coast or festivals.
Okay.
So the first one is, would you rather have sand in your sandwiches or a seagull pinch your chips?
I think I would rather have a seagull pinch with chips because I feel like if you were to eat the sand, it would crunch in your teeth for like years
I
to
can't
come.
stand that, yeah.
Yeah.
And like you know what it's like when you go to the beach and you don't even go anywhere near the sand and then you just find it everywhere for months.
In your like socks and in your
Everywhere.
shoes for months.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. I've actually experienced a seagull nicking me chips. And
Have you?
it was in Blackpool. I was about
Course
8
it was.
maybe.
That explains it.
The seagulls there are hard, like
Them Lancashire
Aye.
seagulls.
they're nuts.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, totally. So I would, speaking from experience, I'd probably say seagull because, like Owen says, I didn't want to be crunching sand in my teeth.
Nah.
No, I
I've
wouldn't
got
either.
fillings, man. I can't be doing that.
Second one, would you rather sleep in a field or on a beach for the rest of your life?
I frequent quite a few festivals, so I'm going to say field.
Right, not a hay fever sufferer then.
But that's what antihistamines are for. Double dropping
Have you got any
antihistamine.
that bloody work?
No, not on this at the minute.
I might have to say a field as well. I do suffer with hay fever, probably like you do. But being in a field is one of the most peaceful things in the world, I think. But I do also like the beach, so I'm kind of torn.
But again,
It's again
if it's
getting
a
the
windy
sand.
night, the sand's going to
Yeah.
The sand.
It is
I
the
don't like
sand.
sand.
Anyway, third one is, would you rather be a world famous surfer, professional surfer, or be Matty Healy's PA?
Well, actually, my name is Owen Wright, and if you Google it, Owen Wright is already a famous surfer.
Oh.
So
really?
there you go.
You in another world.
He's already
You're nearly
there.
there, yeah.
But I also love the 1975.
Yes, sir.
That's a hot take. So I don't know. I think you would be quite a diva though. So
Do you?
yeah, I'll go with the surfing.
Would you?
I think he's probably chilled out. He just wants a load of tabs and
Yeah.
alcohol.
Red wine.
Red wine.
Yeah.
I've heard he's quite a character, so I'll probably have to go surfer as well. Plus, I like Hawaiian shirts, as you can see.
I would just love to surf, to be
But
honest.
yeah,
I'm so
getting
bad
in
at
the
it.
sea, it's great.
Yeah.
My balance is a bit cack though.
I kind of. The thing is, the boards are too big for me. I can never just get on there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm better at
That's
paddleboarding
right.
because once I'm on, I'm on.
Last time
Yeah.
I went surfing, probably the only time I went surfing, the board woman whacked
Oh
us
my
in the
God.
face.
Oh no.
So
Gnarly.
it wasn't a fun experience.
No.
No. Well, we went surfing, there was no waves.
Yeah.
So we did essentially paddleboard.
We did just
Yeah.
lie on the surfboards.
That's the thing with surfing. Waves are quite essential.
We were-
Right. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to say we were amateurs.
Yeah, we are. My question is, would you rather work in the Fish Key Chippy or a burger van at Leeds?
Fish key chippy.
Burger van at Leeds.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
You're
What's
brave.
your rationale?
The rationale is I quite like burgers and I quite like cooking burgers.
And you
But-
get to see all the
Leeds
bands.
And I get to
Festive
see all the
rotten.
bands.
Yeah, but then you've got all the
I've never been to
18-year-olds coming and trying and nicking your burgers.
As my dad calls them, the great unwashed. Coming to try my burgers and
I think the chippy would be good, just because I like fish and chips.
The problem is, I used to work in a chippy, and you never get rid of that smell.
Yeah,
It's just-
quite greasy, isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
would you
quite a
rather
high
the great
slip risk?
unwashed or the smell of fish for the rest of your life?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the thing is, I suppose if you work at Leeds Fest, it's just for the weekend,
True.
Yeah.
and then I get to go home
Get to go home
and get washed.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe,
That's an extra reason.
You charge
Yeah.
15
Burger van
pound
at
for
Leeds.
a burger.
yeah,
I'm standing
you're
by the
raking
chippy.
it in.
There's more variation at the chippy.
True.
Yeah, true. What's your fish shop order?
Depends. Probably just a large fish and chips.
Classic.
Corn
Curry
chips.
sauce.
You can't go wrong with that.
Whoa, I choked. I didn't have curry sauce for the longest time because I was like, no way, is that nice? And then when I started working at the chippy and I saw how it made, I was like, I'm never eating that.
Why? How's it made?
It's just the colour. So like,
Looks like
I'm really getting into
I'm
the
invested
law
now.
of the fish and chip shop now. The problem is when it's been sat and stuff, and then you go to wash it, it's not a curry colour, and I'm like, inside my body, that's green.
Has it got like skin on it when you come back?
Oh,
to it?
don't even talk about
Like
skin.
a corner yogurt.
Nah. Yeah, I wasn't making the curry often because it creeps me out.
I still like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did try it, give it a whirl, and I actually really like it. So I eat
It's like
my
the
words.
KFC gravy thing.
Yeah.
You've seen the documentary, still eat it every time.
I've not seen the
Still good.
documentary, so
Not very nice.
I'm not going to watch it.
How
I
they
don't
make the
think.
gravy.
It's
Ignorance
pretty
is
lifting,
bliss.
man.
innit?
Yeah,
You
ignorance
need to
is
know,
bliss.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks very much for playing along with us.
Thank you very much
No
for
I
having
hope
us.
you have a brilliant rest of your day
Thank you.
and happy Coastfest.
Thank you very
Likewise.
much.
Happy
Happy
Coastfest.
Coastfest, everyone.
Happy Coastfest.
Coastfest.
I didn't know how to finish it.